So guys, welcome to the channel, and in today's video we are going to look into list and we'll explore some list functions, and we're going to see why we should use list and in which situations should we use it. So I'll open my PyCharm IDE, and I'll give you an analogy that if you have numerous number of students in your class and if you want to print out marks of the number of students and you want to store the marks of your classmates in a container. So these are the scenarios in which a list comes into play. A list is a versatile and a flexible data type in which you can store as many as items you want, and these items can be of different data types. So as I make a new file and I'll name it as Tut9, as this is the ninth video, and I'll name the list, and we put a square bracket in order to make a list. So as I've made this square bracket, I can write 98, and we can separate these items. We have to separate these items of the list by using a comma. So 98, and then if a student gets 78, then 89, 100, and 91. So for example, we have a list here that contains the marks of 5 students, and I'll create another list and name it as items. If you go to a grocery store, the number of things that you see, that will be a dishwasher soap, car soap, then toys, then you can see some vegetables and furniture. So as you go to the grocery store, you can get these items there, right? And if I want to print a list, I'll simply type in print and the name of the list, that is items. If I run this, as you can see, it has printed dishwasher soap, car soap, toys, veggies. And if I print marks, it will print out the list that the marks contain. As you can see, 98, 78. If I want to print something special, for example, if I want to print car soap that is on the first index, as we talked about it in the previous video, the index starts from the 0th value. So dishwasher soap will be 0, car soap 1, toys 2, vegetables 3, and furniture will be 4. So how can I print out only car soap? I can write items, and I can put in a square bracket and write the index value which I want. So in this case, I want the first index value. So if I print this, as you can see, it gave me car soap. And if I want to change this index value, I can write items 1 is equal to body wash. And it will convert this car soap into body wash. So for example, if I print this, as you can see, it prints out body wash. And if I print items, it will print out body wash instead of the car soap. So if I go to my print 3D in order to make you understand, and if I erase this off, I'll take the example of the marks list. So I'll write down marks is equal to 98, 78, 89, 100, 91. And as you can see, I've typed this list here. So the index value starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you want to print marks 2, it will get this element and it will print it here, that is 89. If you want to print 3, similarly it will print 100, and for 4, 91. As we talked about string slicing in the previous video, do we have list slicing? Yes, we can slice list into different parts. For example, if I erase this off, and if I try to print marks 0 to 3, it will print from 0 and then it will end at 2 because it does not take in the 3 as we talked earlier in this playlist. So it will print 98, 78 and 89. It will not print 100. So this is list slicing, in which you can choose the elements you want to print. So if I print marks after this, I do it in my PyCharm ID. If I print items 0 to 3, as you can see, it will print up till toys. So if I run this, it prints dishwasher, body wash and toys. So for example, if I write 1 instead of the 0, it will print body wash and toys only. If I remove this items 1, so it will print car soap and toys. If I run this program, as you can see, it prints car soap and then toys. Guys, see, it accepts items of different data types. After this, do we have advanced string slicing in list? Yes, we can do advanced string slicing in list. For example, if I print from 1 to the last element as the default, as the Python interpreter takes the last element in the default if we put a blank here, and if I write -1, it will print from 1 to the last element in the reverse order. So if I run this, as you can see, it prints car soap, dishwasher in the reverse order. It won't print toys, vegetables, furniture because I've put in 1 and after that I've reversed it. So it will take from car soap to the last element as it has reversed it. In order to make you understand, I'll print marks, and as you can see, it prints every element of marks. But if I want to print the list in reverse, I'll write column column and -1. It will print the list in reverse order as you can see here. 91 is first and 98 is the last element. But if I want the marks to be in increasing to decreasing order, I can write a function known as marks.sort. Now this function will sort this list into an increasing, and I'll click on run queue. So as you can see, it prints it in a increasing order. There's another function known as marks.reverse where it reverses the whole list. So if I run this, it will print 100 in the first element and 78 as the last element. So as you can see, it reversed the sorted list. After this, if I print the marks after after slicing it, so marks from 0 to 3, that is dishwasher, that is 98 to 78, and if I print marks again, and I will just comment this reverse out. So as you can see, it had the splitted list, that is from 0 to 3, but it never changed the original marks. It is an important thing that you need to know, that functions like this, they change the list completely, but string slicing, it does not change the list completely. It just gives a copy, it just prints a copy of the list, but it keeps the list the original list. So for example, if I comment this out, and as you can see, it prints out the full list and this list is changed. So if I comment it, and if I write print marks 0 to 3, as you can see, it prints only the 0 to 3rd element, but it never changed the original list. So that means that slicing never changes the original list, but functions surely do. So I talk more about functions, the list functions, and we've seen what is sort and reverse. After that, we have another function known as marks.append. Append in English means that you can join something. For example, if I write 34, it will join 34 to this list. If I run this program, as you can see, it has joined 34 to this list. So append does that. After this, if I comment this statement, and if I write marks.insert, and insert takes in an index as a parameter, and after that an object that we want to append. So for example, if I want to put in 34 after 100, I will write 4, that is 1 2 3 4, and I'll write in 34, that is the object that I want to print, that I want to append to the list. So if I run this, as you can see, it has appended 34 after the 100. And if I want to put, there are functions such as remove, that will remove anything that you add here. For example, if I want to remove 78, and if I run this program, as you can see, it has removed 78 from the list. And if I want to remove the last element from the list, we have a function known as pop. If I put blank here and if I don't indicate the index, it will remove the last element from the index, that is 91. So if I run this, As you can see, it has removed 91. But if I want to remove a specific element, that is 89, and it is at index 0, 1, 2, so I'll write pop 2 and it will remove 89 for me. As you can see, it has removed 89. So that's how functions works with, and you can go onto the web and you can search list functions in Python. As you can see, the Google recommends you a website, and in this website they have given a ton of functions, and half of them we have discussed in this video, such as append, then count, extend. Copy function returns a copy of the list. That is, if you change the list and make a copy of it, the original list will not be changed. So this copy function is also very important, and you can also explore these functions yourself, and you can create some fun projects with this list. For example, you can store marks of your friends and you can chop off some numbers from the list. And I'll give you exercises in this playlist, so don't worry about projects and exercises. Then you have extend, where you can extend the current list. Then you have index and insert, and then pop, remove, reverse sort that we talked about in this video. And as you can see, we have these kinds of. Thank you guys for watching this, and I'll see you next time.